evening, everyone, and welcome. I'm Mike Skelton from the Greater Manchester Chamber, and thank you for joining us for our Citizen of the Year celebration. This year, we are so pleased to have you and members of our community joining us both virtually and in person this evening at Delta Dental Stadium. Bringing our community together is at the core of what the Chamber is all about. So after a challenging year where we have not been able to gather in person, it is incredibly exciting to do just that this evening. Tonight, we gather to honor a truly exceptional and special person. On behalf of the Greater Manchester Chamber, our sincere thanks and congratulations to our Citizen of the Year, Anna Thomas. We are so looking forward to sharing more with you tonight about Anna's amazing accomplishments and her impact on our community. Tonight's event and all the work the Chamber does to strengthen our business community would not be possible without the generous support of our sponsors. To start our program, I'd like to take a few moments to recognize and thank these amazing community partners for their investment in the Chamber. Thank you to all the sponsors who made this event possible. A special thank you to our presenting sponsor, Elliot Health Systems SolutionHealth. Thank you to our exclusive sponsors, the View It in-person reception sponsor, Eversource Energy, the community health sponsor, People's United Bank, our diamond sponsors, Bellwether Community Credit Union, Brady Sullivan Properties, Eastern Bank. Our platinum sponsors, Bank of America and St. Mary's Bank. Thank you to our frontline hero sponsors, Catholic Medical Center, Dartmouth Hitchcock Health. A special thank you to our AV and production sponsor, Events United and Studio Lab. And now I am pleased to introduce Gregory Baxter, President of Elliot Health Systems, to say a few words. Welcome, Dr. Baxter.
Thanks, Mike. We are honored to be the lead sponsor of this event that is recognizing a true leader in the health and wellness of our community, much in line with what we do every day. Elliot Health System, a founding member of SolutionHealth, is a leading provider of healthcare services in the Greater Manchester community. Similar to Anna, our care team has persevered over the last 15 months, caring for you during a truly remarkable, unforgettable, and extremely trying time. And we will continue to be here no matter the circumstances that may come in the future. With many relationships refreshed or forged during the pandemic, particularly with Anna and the public health team, we are even more prepared than ever before. We are confident that we will continue to provide the best health care for you, your family, and your colleagues. Throughout this past year, when Manchester needed it most, Anna brought genuine leadership, providing support and guidance, ensuring that we remained agile and flexible during our most challenging environment. We also support and recognize the work of the Manchester Chamber of Commerce, a leadership organization that consistently delivers powerful advocacy and strategies to drive the economic health and vitality of the region. We thank you all for coming tonight to join us in honoring a true leader in our community. Congratulations, Anna. And now, to celebrate all of the great past Citizens of the Year in the annual tribute, the Past Citizen of the Year Parade.
Thank you to our past Citizens of the Year for their support and dedication to our community. And now a word from some of our sponsors.
A health plan that makes it possible to get a checkup, urgent care, or talk to a mental health specialist all right from home. Now that's something to be happy about.
If you're happy and you know it, make a call and push the button.
I have a wonderful electronic invention I want you to see. It looks something like this.
On behalf of the entire Chamber Board, I'd like to thank you for joining us tonight. The challenges of the past year underscore the value of a strong chamber. As businesses and employers were forced to pivot, adapt to new regulations, and work to keep employees and customers safe, the Greater Manchester Chamber shared vital information, listened and led important discussions on the concerns and issues members were facing, and continued to advocate for the business community with state and local government leaders. As we shift into rebuilding and growth, the Chamber is focused on the future. Your Chamber has been actively working on a new strategic plan, focusing on what the Chamber of tomorrow should look like, making sure all have a voice, and continuing to strengthen Manchester as an economic center of influence, complete with a skilled, educated workforce. In short, the Chamber is focused on helping the business community thrive. None of this would be possible without an incredible Chamber staff. We are extremely fortunate to have an accomplished team of professionals that are passionate about what they do. In closing, I'd like to recognize Anna Thomas. The last year has tested all of us, but especially those on the front lines of healthcare. Anna, thank you for your leadership and your determination and commitment to the health and well-being of our community. From all of us at the Chamber, congratulations on being named the Citizen of the Year. And now, some remarks from a special guest in Washington, D.C.
Hi, everyone. I'm Congressman Chris Pappas, and it's an honor to join you this evening to congratulate Anna Thomas on being named the Citizen of the Year by the Greater Manchester Chamber of Commerce. Over the last 15 months, Anna has led the city's public health response to COVID-19. And from administering a testing site, developing contact tracing, running a COVID-19 hotline, and getting vaccines into arms, Anna has been at the forefront in keeping our citizens informed, safe, and healthy as we confront this pandemic. Her leadership, her public health expertise, and her composure during this crisis have been critical in ensuring that the city of Manchester can stem the tide of COVID-19 and begin to get life back to normal. I'm so grateful for all the work that she has done in confronting this pandemic and well beyond that in terms of the work that she does at the health department. And I'm really proud to once again offer my most sincere thanks and congratulations to Anna for her work.
When putting together this celebration for Anna, we quickly realized we also needed to celebrate those individuals like Anna who day after day showed up to keep our community safe throughout the pandemic. Our healthcare providers were tested through this historic event and prove once again that the citizens of Manchester are fortunate to have access to some of the top care in the region. Elliot Health Systems, Catholic Medical Center, and Dartmouth Hitchcock Health all work to address the pandemic head-on through teamwork. Please join us in honoring our frontline heroes, sponsored by Catholic Medical Center and Dartmouth Hitchcock Health. Thank you to those heroes who worked tirelessly to get us through this pandemic and sacrificed so much to ensure the community received proper care. Anna Thomas worked 24/7 for 15 months. She readied her team to take on the global pandemic and all the curveballs that came along with it. Anna will always be the first to share the spotlight, and through her engaged and inclusive leadership, the Manchester Public Health team made a lasting impact on the resiliency and wellness of our community. Not only was Anna responding to the global pandemic, but she's also been tackling huge issues like neighborhood health improvement, homelessness, and health inequalities. To help celebrate Anna and her accomplishments, we have a great video tribute featuring some important leaders in our community. Our thanks to Bank of America for sponsoring this year's Citizen of the Year video. Please enjoy.
Anna comes as a mother, as a military person, as a cancer survivor. She comes to the table with this plethora of experience from a personal perspective, and I really think that it provides compassion and dedication and just this determination that you see in her every day. And so her personal background really does influence her decisions and how she approaches things, and I think it makes her much more approachable as well.
Why does Anna deserve to be the Citizen of the Year? I can't think of anyone else more deserving ever. Anna was working on really important issues for us in this city for many years before COVID.
Are you here for COVID testing today?
I am.
How are you feeling today?
And then COVID. I can't think of anyone more deserving and maybe less known for the impact that they had on this city than Anna Thomas. The word that I would use to describe Anna is very simple. She's brave. It takes a lot of courage to have the compassion that Anna does, to think about other people every day so much more than you think of yourself is a beautiful thing, a very hard thing, and you come up against a lot of resistance to some ideas and purpose, and it takes courage in order to move past all that. And Anna does that with grace and dignity and kindness.
And what Anna will say, it's not just about me, it'll be about all the people that work with me, who she surrounds herself. She's taking this award and saying this is a reflection of the health department and all my friends that work with me. And that's what I love about her style. She's so incredibly humble, but she has been that light, that, our compass to get through this. She believes in her team. She believes in the city. She is such a collaborator. It was almost like we had an insurance policy with her. She's a warrior. Her spirit of determination, strength, clarity, focus. I mean, she's a true warrior, and she's just an incredible, inclusive leader. That's what she is.
Is officially opening the food pantry.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah. Having served the city for over 20 years, she's done so much. And I think that, again, when you talk to Anna, she always defers attention from herself and onto her team. She's always been a huge advocate for youth in the city and health in the city. So I think of the neighborhood health improvement strategy, the community schools. Those initiatives wouldn't have happened had Anna not been fully behind them.
She has brought a lot of hope to this community. She's made so many improvements. We are going to stand on Anna's shoulders for generations to come.
I would like Anna to know how grateful I am for all that she's done for the city of Manchester. I'm so proud of the work that she's put forward, the team that she has built at the health department. We could not have gotten through this pandemic without them, and especially with her leadership. So for that, I am tremendously grateful.
Together, I feel like we can do hard things under her leadership and her guidance because she inspires us to do it. I want Anna to know how loved she is and how respected, and that our community wouldn't have accomplished what it has accomplished without her. She is truly the warrior that we needed during this time, and she is the leader that we need in the future.
On behalf of all of my colleagues at People's United Bank, I want to thank you for joining us here to honor Anna Thomas as our Citizen of the Year. This year, as a part of our sponsorship, we really wanted to create some space to talk about what's being done in our communities to improve the lives for all of us. How appropriate is it that this year we're going to talk about the neighborhood health improvement strategy that Anna and all of her great colleagues helping our communities has been working on for so many years. And I'd like to welcome Robert Turney from NeighborWorks to tell us a little bit more about that program. Robert?
Thank you, Diane, and to the People's United Bank. And congratulations, Anna. When Anna and I were both serving on the United Way's Community Impact Committee many years ago, she spoke about neighborhood health and the need for a focused neighborhood health improvement strategy. If you're familiar with NeighborWorks, you probably think about our work in housing. And although affordable housing and homeownership programs are a big part of what we do, our roots are in community building and in neighborhood revitalization. And it was around that point in time that we were first hearing nationally about the intersection between housing and health, and having people understand that living in a safe and affordable home was an important factor in the overall health and well-being of a family. When I saw Anna present the Neighborhood Health Improvement Strategy, my first impression was that she was the data queen, but she wasn't getting the human side or the grassroots side of community needs. But was I wrong about that? She not only understood it, she had set out to back up those needs by showing the data, analytics, and heat maps, all in a way that brought light to the fact that there were incredible unmet health needs in Manchester's most underserved neighborhoods. As an affordable housing provider with hundreds of apartments in these neighborhoods, we knew the needs, but we could only back it up with anecdotal information. And here was Anna saying what we had believed for years, but she was armed with the science to prove it. I recall thinking at the time, this is amazing. She totally gets it, and here she has the evidence we need to make our case that housing is health and that persistent poverty is as much a chronic health factor as is a heart condition. The challenge was breaking the existing barriers and getting others engaged. And so Anna and the Manchester Health Department really took on a role that I think is very unusual for a public health organization to be in. And that was around planning and facilitating programs through the neighborhoods, in schools, and engaging nonprofits, businesses, and other agencies to target poverty by addressing not only affordable housing, but early childhood development, financial wellness, adult and continuing education, resident leadership, access to healthy food, and all of the things needed to improve and maintain the quality of life for families, the neighborhood, and ultimately their community. Implementing this strategy was difficult enough. But Anna and the team at Manchester Health took this on at a time when the opioid crisis was taking a terrible hold on the city that further compounded the problems in our neighborhoods. If not for Anna's leadership, passion, and dedication around neighborhood health, it would have been easy to walk away and let conditions continue to worsen. But today, we think differently about our work to not just carry out our mission, but to think about the impact it'll have on others who are not our traditional clients, consumers, or tenants. Congratulations, Anna, and thank you for your leadership.
Thank you, Robert and People's United Bank, for highlighting the significant impact of Anna and the Manchester Health Department. And thank you to our sponsors and community partners for making this program possible. I would like to thank and recognize all of our silver sponsors: AmeriHealth Caritas, Anagnost Investments, Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield, Consolidated Communications, Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare, Janine & Company. LaValle Brenzinger Architects, McLean Middleton, Primary Bank, Southern New Hampshire University, Tufts Health Freedom, 92.5 The River. Special thank you to our design sponsor, Malloy Events, our gift sponsor, Southwest Airlines, and printing sponsor, Spectrum Marketing Companies. Support of this program is made possible by our bronze sponsors: Baker Newman Noyes, Bar Harbor Bank and Trust, Barry Dunn, Divine Millimet, Fidelity Investments, Northeast Delta Dental, Sheehan Finney, Stibler Associates, and Whitfleet. Thank you to our community supporters: Altos, Autofair Automotive Corporation, Bees Tees Screen Printing, Bigelow & Company, CCA Global Partners, Cross Insurance, Express Med, Hinckley Allen, Imperial Dade, Merchants Fleet, Pinnacle Mortgage Corporation, Rath Young and Pignatelli, the University of New Hampshire at Manchester, and York IE. And now please welcome to the stage Arthur Sullivan of Brady Sullivan Properties for a special toast in honor of Anna.
Thanks, Mike. It's my pleasure to be here tonight to celebrate and honor this Citizen of the Year. The past 15 months have been the most unpredictable any of us could ever imagine. Anna, your leadership, dedication, and commitment to the city of Manchester is unwavering. And I couldn't think of a better individual to earn this great honor. Please join me in raising a glass and congratulating Anna Thomas as this year's Citizen of the Year. Cheers, Anna. So well deserved.
Welcome, everyone. It is one of the most exciting parts of our program tonight. It's my honor to introduce to you our newest Citizen of the Year, Anna Thomas. Anna, congratulations. It is truly our honor to have you as our next Citizen of the Year. We are so excited and looking forward to getting to talk with you tonight about what this experience has been like and what this award means to you. And I really kind of want to start there. We surprised you with this news not too long ago. And what was your reaction to receiving this award, and what has the experience been like?
You know, Mike, first off, I cannot thank the Chamber enough, and certainly all of the people who've been involved in this award over many, many years. I absolutely couldn't believe it when you surprised me with this fake meeting at the fire department. I literally thought, wow, they're going to give this award to just about anybody in this community. But I immediately felt overwhelmed with just gratitude and just felt very humbled by the recognition. And I really hope what this award says to people or becomes, it's really an award for the community, and especially over this past year, and for the department, for the City of Manchester Health Department, because there's so many talented people there that have been working so hard for Manchester, and I want everyone to really share in that honor.
Well, as you mentioned, this is a community award, and it has a very rich history. The Chamber's been giving this award away since 1954.
It's crazy.
It's a really special part of our history. And there is a selection committee that makes this decision every year, made up of past Citizens of the Year. And one of the things they look at is someone's impact over their career, but also is there something in that particular year that really makes it deserving and worthwhile. And I think the selection committee really understood the importance of recognizing someone who your efforts have meant so much to our community's response to the pandemic. And I'm just wondering if you can share, as our public health director, what this experience of leading us through the COVID-19 pandemic has been like in terms of your career in public health.
Absolutely. I think, you know, everyone can probably relate to the fact that this pandemic has touched every person in this community and around the world. And I think this is really the first time in my career where we've worked on many public health issues facing Manchester and the region, but this is really the first time that we relied upon the collective action of everybody in the community. And this was a shared responsibility. We all were touched by this, both positively and adversely. Mm-hmm. And I think we all had to be part of the solution. So this was something that taught all of us a lot about the decisions that we make can impact the lives of each other.
It seems like that is one of the major lessons learned from this experience is collective action and how we need to think about how each of our individual choices impact the whole. And I wonder if you can speak to that and how the uniqueness of this experience really highlighted that and just what you feel like, what are the lessons learned from our community, for public health, for our population as a whole that we should take with us from this challenging period so that we can apply it in the future?
Yeah, absolutely. I think what we have to focus on are the things that powered us through it, and I liken this entire experience with a lot of things that I've gone through personally. When I've had to face adversity in my life, what were the tools that I had in my toolbox to push through? And I think this is what we're now looking at in the community that, we learned a lot about something that was novel, coming into a community that every single day new information was hitting us, fast and furious, and we had to adapt and overcome with every piece of information. And where everyone had to really kind of stay tuned to their TVs and their social media accounts, for new information, it was rapid fire. So I think in the future, we have to really understand that communication is really the core of all that we do. And it's population health, so that it's different if somebody was going to a healthcare provider sitting in a doctor's office and waiting to be diagnosed with something or prescribed something. Our patient here was literally an entire community, and we all had to be part of the work that it took to really knock down the pandemic. And we're probably going to have to utilize those tools in the future, where everyone is going to have to understand that what they do will get us further and get us to that point sooner. And that was really the goal.
Just from our conversation right now, and I think from the program tonight, people can sense that you are very passionate about public health. I know I always enjoy being with you at meetings in the community because of that passion comes through in how you talk about these issues and how you connect people in the community to them. And I'm wondering if you can share with everyone, where did that passion come from? Where did it start? And this really now lifelong passion for public health, where did that start with you and your journey?
Well, I think, a lot has to do with your childhood and how you form into an adult. And, I was always the youngest and the only girl. And so I kind of came out fighting, and I've never really stopped. And I've had amazing parents in my life and other mentors in my life and leaders in my life who've really influenced me to really just be fierce and, not to settle. And I think to also not be risk averse, and that's another part of leadership, is being willing to stretch to places where it's not in your comfort zone, or it means you're going to make decisions that not everyone's going to agree with. So, I felt that at a very young age, and it really formed for me over years of dedication to my craft, and essentially the more that I could gain education or the training I received in the military has been a huge fundamental part of my life, and has also driven me to want to serve even further. That is just a core part of the people who I served with, who taught me that as a life lesson. And it just resonates with me. This drive, this hunger to do more and to do better is just something that, you wake up every single day saying, okay, what am I going to shake up today? Or, who am I going to upset today? Or, or what life am I going to change for the better? I mean, that's ultimately what we all want to do.
Well, I think that leadership style is very evident to all of us who have the good fortune of working with you in our community. And I wonder if you can, describe what that style is a little bit more. And also, are there some mentors or people you've had the opportunity to work with in our community that have really shaped your thoughts about what it is to be a good leader, an effective leader, particularly during moments of crisis and challenge like this?
So, I was so fortunate. When I came to the city 27 years ago, I immediately was connected to so many leaders in the community that weren't necessarily at the top of their game. They could be, folks in the neighborhoods, or, heads of nonprofits or frontline workers. Everybody really demonstrated leadership everywhere I went. You go to one meeting in Manchester and you meet some of the most talented people who you probably would find arguably in the region or the state. It's just fascinating to watch the different styles. And, I'm kind of a lifelong student of leadership, and I'm always watching, and I've had great mentors within the department as far as previous public health directors and deputy public health directors are concerned, but outwardly in the community every single day. I see people who are leading change, who are being effective at it, who are motivating people too. I think in all of this work, we always have to remind ourselves to stay hopeful, because if you lose that, as your driving force, you'll start to fizzle. And I think there's always an opportunity to do more and do better. And that's what I've seen in the leaders in Manchester. That's what has kept me in the city as well. because it's all around me, and it's just really fun to work with people who inspire you every single day.
Well, I think that's a great description of what makes Manchester special in terms of the amazing quality of leaders that we have. I think to wrap up our conversation, it's a question that we all like to ask and think about, given how closely we work in this community. Mm-hmm. But what makes Manchester special to you? You're a resident, you've raised your family here, you're so involved with many initiatives, aside from that which you pursue through the public health department. But what makes Manchester special, and how does that drive you getting up every day and doing what you do?
It's funny, when I first came to the city, I came under a grant through CIP, through the city's infrastructure, with really no intentions of staying here. It was a one-year grant. And as I started to do the work within the communities of Manchester, I just fell in love with the city. And I think it's the combination of being the size of a community that's large enough, where there's so much variety and diversity that you literally see an entire world around you playing out every single day. But it's small enough where you can get your arms around it and actually feel the change that you're trying to make. The other part of Manchester that I've been reminded about over and over again is that it's really full of grit. And I characterize the city almost like I would an individual in front of me, that there's a passion in Manchester, and there's a grit in Manchester, and there's a fortitude in Manchester. Manchester has proven itself over and over again to rise above and push through. And to have that momentum around you makes the work that much easier. And I certainly feel that it's really the collective work of everyone involved that gets us to where we need to be as a community.
That's a really powerful explanation and description of our community. I think it's spot on. And on behalf of the Chamber, I think it's a perfect testament why you are our next Citizen of the Year. Congratulations again. It is truly our honor to have you as our Citizen of the Year. And we thank you for all of your work and for all of your efforts, both presently, in the past, and going forward, which I know we are going to continue to need you here in our community. So thank you and congratulations.
And thank you to everyone who has been part of this process, and my family and my friends, and all of the folks I love so much. This one is for you, and this one's for you, Dad.
Well, thank you again, Anna. Thank you all for joining us for this great program this evening. We really appreciate your support and engagement. We want to give a special thanks to our presenting sponsor, Elliot Health Systems SolutionHealth, for their support. And we really appreciate you all again for joining us. Congratulations to Anna Thomas, our Citizen of the Year. Thanks, everyone, and have a great night.